Hi, it's Joe. Welcome to the Quilt Report, Mother's Day edition. Here it is a few days before Mother's Day, and today I was in my studio and looking at some of the many quilts that Mom made for me and our kids. We're just quilt rich in this family, thanks to Jan Cunningham, my mom. She passed away 13 months ago. I miss her a lot. Mom and I got into quilts about the same time, the late 70s, around 1980. We both got seriously into making quilts from completely different directions. And it was a little weird for a while that both of us were doing the same thing, but we worked it out and became great pals around quilt making. Mom went on to make hundreds and hundreds of quilts to give away to anybody that ever touched her life in any way or that she heard about that needed a quilt. It's amazing, amazing, the number of quilts that she made and the number of people that she made happy thereby. Sometime in the 80s, she showed me a quilt top that she had just pulled out of a drawer that she made in the early 1950s. And she was going to finish it up. She did. She tied it and bound it in the 80s. But the quilt top itself, she made it in the early 1950s. You can see the fabrics. It's a 9-patch. And she very carefully color coordinated the L-shaped lattice strips that she figured out a way to put around each block. She didn't fit things together too carefully. Mom, like me, she you could tell in her work she often grew weary of pattern and would just say, oh, to heck with it, and sew that stuff up. This one looks very modern, I think, with these L-shaped pieces around each 9-patch block. So I was looking at this quilt top. It's always been my favorite of hers that she made around the early 1950s, and wondering, well, why did she make it then and then not make another quilt top or quilt for 25 years at least? And this morning, looking at this, I remembered that one thing that happened in 1950 was that Mom lost a child. She had a son who only lived 24 hours. She named him Paul. And it was a hurt that stayed with her whole life, I know. In 1950. And look at these fabrics from the 30s, from the 40s, maybe 1950. That's about the latest you could judge any of these, I think. So she made this one quilt top in 1950 for some reason. We don't know why. Didn't make another one for decades. It's very modern looking, don't you think? I could probably sell this pattern. Ha! It's a nice quilt. Wonder why she made it. I can't ask her. Well, happy Mother's Day, Mom, wherever you are. And a happy Mother's Day to you, wherever you might be. See you next time.